I swear I miss the Saturday chill, but now I'm grown, gotta pay bills. I used to play in late stationary, now it's hard to stay still. Using all my time to climb the A-mill. Lucky Charms was my 8 a.m. meal. On cinnamon toast, honey nut smacks and Cheerios was filling my bowl. Eyes glued to the telly, it was Ed and Eddie. But can you lower your voice, cause I'm missing my show.
Look, waking up to some homemade food. Yu-Gi-Oh! At 11, Beyblade at noon. Hit the Mario Kart when I had GameCube. Got me feeling like a chemist by the time it was 2. Mix up the cereal, textures are critical. For its taste to be right at its pinnacle. Watching Hey Arnold and Dragon Ball Z. Watch me shine with my pebbles fruity. Nah, man.
Yeah, we made ya. What's up, everybody? It's your man, RanDAMan, definitely amazing.com. It's Saturday, which means it's time for Saturday morning cartoons and cereal. The Zoom.
Let's go.
Come on and Zoom. Come on and Zoom. Come on. Remember Zoom? Remember Zoom? It's a terrible show.
Let's go, baby.
I wanted to be on Zoom.
Everybody.
Yeah, Zoom was a great show for kids. We got a great guest. But an even better topic. You picked a great topic. But before we get into the topic, let me introduce our guest. So, he is not only an artist, but he is the man behind the No Fucks Given bottle. We'll get more into that because apparently the No Fucks to Give bottle, apparently that bottle has candies in it. When you're done with your candies, you no longer have any fucks to give. So, he is the man behind the bottle. He is the man behind the artistic precedence to make things look better. He is the man who got the neck bones, but he's not the neck bone. No neck bone tone. The topic that NoNekBoneTone picked, which was a great topic, is something that we've done before. In our first ever season, we did the villains episode, the best of the villains. But now we're coming back for part 2. NoNekBoneTone, you picked villains part 2. Are you familiar with cartoon villains?
Oh man, I love cartoon villains.
That's
I guess I'm one of the weird people who actually like the villains better than the superheroes. Like I'm always actually rooting for the villains.
You're not weird.
Okay, cool.
We here at Saturday Morning Cartoon Cereal, we like a good villain too.
Yes.
All right. I got some good villains on here, so we're gonna talk. But before we get to the villains, we got some new cereal. We got Dunkaroos cereal. We're gonna try this for the first time.
Ooh, the Dunkaroos.
Yeah. Word. No, Nick Bone, you got you some cereal over there, man?
You with that, man. Yeah, I got I'm going with old school kicks, man, because Mikey likes them, so I'm going with them. I'm going with them, man.
Kicks in a minute.
Are we pouring this now or are we waiting?
Yeah. Pour up your cereal. Get down.
I got the big bowl too, man. I'm getting in there.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, you got the Craig bowl. We ain't got no milk.
We ain't got no milk.
Boil on that.
Hold on.
You got the Craig bowl from Friday.
Can I just say I've never been, and I've been poor. I'm still poor, but I've never been that poor to pour milk to water on my cereal. I'm wilding. Let's talk about some cartoon villains.
Gotcha.
I'm wearing this, shirt that has something about Thundercats on it. Might as well bring up the Thundercat villain, Mum-Ra, the ever.
That's the man right there.
All right, were you a fan of Mum-Ra?
Absolutely. Like when he would pop out with what was it, Mum-Ra the Everlasting, Mum-Ra the Invincible, and he just goes off on him. Give me chills every time, man. Every single time.
I think Mum-Ra, and this is just me, I'm the youngest of this duo, but
Okay.
I will say this: the Thundercats 2003 reboot did Mum-Ra better than the 1985 Thundercats.
Well,
Oh,
when
absolutely.
they got rid of
Absolutely.
his weakness.
Yeah, because he had too many weaknesses on.
Because everybody remembers, when they found out, wait, Mum-Ra's weakness was his reflection. So all I gotta do to son Mum-Ra is get a mirror.
Just showing a reflection of the
Okay,
store.
that's it. It's right here. Boom. Right here. Look at this. Look at this. This is Mum-Ra proof.
Yep, done.
I'm Mum-Ra proof right here. Mum-Ra proof. What son? What Mum-Ra coming to my house? No.
No, not
As soon as he
reflection.
goes to death, he's back out. No.
Mum-Ra was every woman back in the 90s if they didn't have their makeup right.
Right.
The reflection was their weakness.
Mum-Ra's the terrible selfie.
Yeah.
I know you ain't take a picture of me without my press once. What are you doing? What are you doing?
No.
Yeah, like I only have one eyebrow on. No, you don't take that picture.
Right. Talk about some more cartoon villains. I figured since I have He-Man's power sword on here, I might as well talk about someone like He-Man. The villain of She-Ra, Hordak. What you know about Hordak, Tone?
You know what? I'm not even familiar with Hordak, so you gotta put me on, man. You gotta put me on.
I'm gonna let Logic put you on
Let me tell you
because
something.
he knows the Hordak facts.
Hordak. Now, see, what people don't realize, right? See, even though Hordak was in the She-Ra cartoon, he was technically designed to be He-Man's villain. Because come to find out, he's actually Skeletor's teacher. Most of Skeletor's skills, and he saved Skeletor's life. Like why he looks like Skeletor now, is because of Hordak. Hordak put him on to everything. This dude, and he was a total, complete problem. Matter of fact, if y'all remember back in the cartoon originally, he kidnapped Prince Adam's sister and just took her to his own world. Like, all right, I'm bouncing. I'm taking your child and I'm out, and raised her as his own.
Which she became She-Ra.
Who does that? What villain is that? Like, I'm coming to your house. Yeah, give me one of your babies. No, I don't want the boy. I don't even want the boy. Girl.
Baby.
Give me your baby in your house. And then you're gonna act for years. Nah, son. Yeah, you've been a single child. Yeah, Prince Adam. Yeah, you ain't have no sister. What? Ain't got no sibling? Give me your babies. Give me your babies. Son. Run your baby. Run your baby. Run your children. They're grown.
That's what's up.
Oh man. We talked about the bottle. If anybody's been following me, you know that I've posted about this gentleman right here. You talked about the bottle. Let's talk about how this whole thing came about. Let's talk about the bottle of FuxTaGev and how did you come up with the idea? And let's talk about it.
All right, so let me just it's gonna be reversed, but boom, that's it right there. And you get like 3 different candies. The first candy is it says "Fucks out of here, my guy." You know, I'm from Brooklyn, so you got to throw the "my guy" in there.
Yes, my guy.
That's official Brooklyn.
Definitely, that's that Brooklyn slang, man. And another one says "For fuck's sake." That's a classic right there. And then my favorite one, which I use a little too frequently, is "The fuck's wrong with you?" So I mean, so this is basically like a little art project of mine, and the reason why it came about was because basically it's like for the nice people of the world. So nice people usually get taken advantage of because when you don't do something for somebody else, you start feeling bad. So in order to avoid that, you just do it, even if it's like detrimental to you, right?
Right.
So what you do with FuxTaGev is like, let's say for instance, someone's like, yo, you're working at 9 to 5, and then they're like, look, I'm going on vacation, but I'm gonna need you to stay. So, cause I gotta, cause I need this job to get done. No nice person would be like, all right, fine, I'll do it. You stressed out, but nah, you give them the fuck's wrong with you? Throw the candy at them, boom, you out of there. And so what happens is Yeah, it's like it's comedic, but I mean, what happens is as soon as you like run out of all these candies, you basically run out of fucks to give. And then when you run out of fucks to give, you kind of like reclaiming your time back. So like it's like, it has like a little bit of levels to it. So it's basically like giving people the power to say no.
Wow.
I like that, man.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Because I know I can put that into practice.
Those candies was given out all of 2020. Matter of fact, I probably would have been at the Capitol building. Hold on.
Here's one for you.
Here's one for you, sir.
One for
Yep.
you.
For you.
They definitely need it.
Here's two for you. Yeah. Yeah.
They definitely
We're just throwing them in the air, like no fucks to give for everybody, man. They was wilding. They was definitely wilding.
Definitely wilding. Definitely wilding. You know what's funny?
That's facts.
Let me tell you something. I believe that the MAGA people are all the Cobra grunts from G.I. Joe. They all had you see they had their masks and their helmets.
You saw them attacking here. Like dreadnoughts.
And Trump is like
Cobra Commander.
He's like Cobra Commander. He's a nitwit. He can't get the job done. And Pence is Destro.
Is
Destro.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Mr. Tone, let me ask you a question.
What's good, man?
Since we're talking about villains, has any of your art ever been inspired by cartoon villains?
Actually, yes. What I usually do is I don't like to redraw characters, but what I do is like I'll take their color schemes,
Okay.
and kind of mix that into my art. So I'm just really like I like to be original. So you're not going to see like a lot of art from me that's like redrawing like other characters. But what I do is like I'll piece them together. So for like instance, one of my favorite villains is Venom.
Okay.
So a lot of times you see like a lot of dark purples and blues and dark hues in my art, because these are the guys that I actually look towards for my color palettes. So that's kind of how I like put that into my art. I don't like drawing characters over, because I feel like I'm like taking from the actual artist, and that's just my personal preference.
Right.
But I do take the color palettes though.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Nice.
I like that. No, who got great color palettes that you could definitely use? Aku from Samurai Jack. Aku,
Oh yeah. Yep.
He had the vibrant green and then the reds
And then on the black.
and
And it popped right off that
with
black.
the black. Probably one of my favorite villains of the 2000 era cartoons, because Aku was evil, but he was kind of also incompetent to a certain extent, because he by throwing Jack back in time, he led to his destruction, because Jack gained all those other skills to come back and kill him. You ever thought about that? That Samurai Jack was made better by being thrown back in time.
So Suicide by Samurai?
Suicide by Samurai.
Suicide by Samurai. I like that.
Say that 3 times.
Yeah, that was actually like
what? Like how?
Yeah.
That was actually a dope cartoon, man. Like I was actually surprised just the action and the fighting in there, and like in the sword play, like, oh man, beautiful cartoon. Like I used to watch that and just like I would watch an episode twice, because the colors in there was just spot on, man. Spot on.
Also on my list of great villains, Slade.
Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Slade
was a monster, man.
Yeah, he was kicking their butt left and right, man.
But he was designed to be a problem. Shout out to anybody, my comic readers, we know him as Deathstroke. And essentially he was like the ultimate, like essentially like evil Captain America, where not only he had an experiment to use 90% of his brain, he also had his reflexes and his strength and all of the, even his healing factor all increased to superhuman levels. So not only he can physically beat you up, he can outthink you at the same time. You know, so I always thought, like, when I saw him with Titans, especially the connection he had with Robin, where they would just go back and forth trying to, you know, play chess with each other mentally. He was just like a super great villain. Just, oh man.
Yeah, Slade is probably one of my favorite villains of that era. The object of a great villain, and I think you'll agree with me on this one, Tone. A great villain is someone who makes the hero better by definition. Like, the hero is going to become better because of a great villain.
Like steel sharpens steel, basically.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it was always amazing to me because it was like, you guys you can't be mad that you're getting your butt kicked, because you're getting your butt kicked by a villain who's beat up Batman.
Right.
Yeah.
Essentially.
You gotta take that L.
Yeah, I gotta take that L. I loved when he messed Beast Boy up by having the girl Tara.
Oh yeah, because actually, another logic fact, that is actually a real story arc in Teen Titans called the Judas Contract, and that story arc, I think written by Marv Wolfman, if I'm correct. He goes into the whole fact of, like, he has Tara, you know, infiltrate the Teen Titans, and her and Beast Boy go real close to the point where, you know, that's almost like his girlfriend, and Slade actually encourages her, like, yeah, do that, get that close, become, you know, his confidant, you know, and have all the secrets and tell me everything. And when they find out she's the traitor, it's like Beast Boy is just heartbroken, like, and he wants to tear Slade's neck out, but Slade knows, hey, you're operating out of a place of emotion. You're just, you know, crashing out. I'm gonna use this against you.
Yeah, I mean, it was done so well in the arc.
Oh, definitely.
That cartoon arc.
Definitely.
That was one of my favorite arcs, man. Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah,
and Terror was a beast, man.
It's episodes long. It's not, and it's not like it's telling you it's arc. You just get these little droplets of that Tara is not who she says she is. And then you get the big reveal that Tara is not who she says she is. But then you have to, like, take the slow path to them finding out. Right. Because it takes them forever for them to find out. And it brings you in because you're almost like, whoa.
And the fact that they really don't believe it at first, like, no.
So you have a special person that gets involved in your skits that helps you with your the FuxTaGev skits. Actually, she's the person that holds up the hearts a lot in your picture.
Oh yeah.
Tell us who that lovely person is.
So that's my niece. Her name is Miranda, and she's an actress, but I mean she's awesome with it. Like, she just got so much skill, and I was like, you know what? I'm making this product, but I want to also use it to help other people. So I was like, look, if you want to get on and just write a few skits and go for it, I'll film it for you. And with her skills, I was like, this has to work. And she came to the house, I put her on the skit, and she knocked it out like in one go. We did about 3 or 4 different ones, and she just boom, 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 knocked them out. So I was just like, you know what? You're the face of this thing right now. So it's working, man. Yeah, she's amazing person.
I totally agree. She's definitely killing it. So let's get into it. Final question. Most of my guests get this question, and they get a little flustered.
It's a difficult question.
It's a difficult question.
Okay.
Here we go. If you could be in any cartoon universe, where would you be and why? And before you answer, know this, you'd have to abide by those cartoons rules. So if you were in, let's say, Powerpuff Girls, you would be in the city of Townsville, and you know how much that gets attacked.
Yeah.
So think about this before you answer. Where would you be and why?
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go with an obscure one. So here we. I would want to be in Recess.
I mean, that's a first.
That's first. No one's ever said that.
Mhm.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Would you be
Because I'm-
hanging out with Spinelli and them?
Hanging out with Spinelli, hanging out with crew, man, chilling with the Ashleys, all that stuff, man. Like have Randall the snitch. I mean,
hey, hate that character, by the way, because growing up with the name Randy, everybody was like, "Oh, you're Randy, huh?" Yeah.
well, that whole universe just seemed kind of cool because I mean, it just kind of reminds you of like that childhood portion of your life where everything was an adventure.
Yeah.
I mean, just being inside like that little octagon monkey bars, which you don't ever see anymore.
Yeah.
But just being inside that was like being inside like another world in itself. So it was just like I would definitely want to like kind of recreate that and just be there. I mean, when you're a child, playing like awesome, man. Yeah.
I mean, what was the best part of going to school back then? Was recess.
Recess, yeah.
I love that, man. NoNekBoneTone, tell the people how they can find you, where they can find you, and all that good stuff.
Well, you can find me on Instagram. It's NoNekBoneTone. I'm gonna spell it because it's crazy, but it's NoNekBoneTone, which means you probably won't be able to find me. But if you do, I'm there. Check out my art. Get you a bottle of FuxTaGev. You know, make your day a little brighter, and that's pretty much it.
All right, man. Listen, we thank you for coming on to the Zoom edition of Saturday Night Cartoon Serial.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it, man. Definitely.
No, man. Look, we appreciate having you. We appreciate having
guys.
you. I'm gonna get me a bottle of no FuxTaGev so I can give out.
Give them out all the 20.
I got you.
You get one. You get. I'm giving them out until I run out, and I'm just like, I'm sorry.
And just walk around with an empty bottle.
Yep. I'm just like, look, I'm out of FuxTaGev, man. I can't help you. Can't help you, bro.
I can't help you. I can't help you. Tone, it was wonderful having you on the show, man. Tone is definitely not a villain. This is a pretty good guy. We liked having you on the show. Definitely follow NoNekBoneTone. You'll see it come across the screen. And whatever you do, everybody, be serious about two things in your life. Serious about your cartoons and serious about your cereal.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.